Is it running? Alright, there we are. Well, I'm sitting there. Wake up every 2 hours because I have prostate trouble, so I have to take a leak. Kind of laughing my ass off, sort of, but all that aside. I was remembering back in the days when I was in 5th and 6th and 7th grade and 8th grade up in Lake Placid, New York in the Adirondacks back in the 80s, whenever, who gives a fuck. But we lived in like group homes. They were houses full, like with 5, 6 bedrooms, whatever. Some of the kids had roommates. I didn't have a roommate. I was kind of a troubled child, 'cause I'm a problem child. But all that aside. But at the Roadhouse group home I was in, like the house parents, the Peter and his wife Julie or whatever her name was, they were sheep farmers, and it was all organic school. We grew our own vegetables. We had barn chores. Before you go to school, you had to do barn chores. I mean, it was cool. I loved it. It was fucking great. Skied, rock climbed, ice climbed, downhill skied, cross-country skied, worked with the fucking animals for Harry Eldridge, South Meadow Farm. Had my way with the headmaster's daughter one night when we'd go on Runaway. You weren't allowed to have any sugar or any, and they had lean-tos all up down the roads and trails and shit on the way to the next group home just around the corner. We'd have make-out nights and break out the bubble gum and get all hopped up on sugar. They had honey and everything. And old Beatrice, rest her soul, she was an awesome cook. We had a big, huge dining hall. It was like, not like Harry Potter. It was like a log cabin style buildings. Everything was freaking awesome. And had the music room was all the way upstairs and shit. I had to take the girls up there at the main school building, and had a master piano teacher there. I never studied under him, but he could just play anything. But my one buddy Jay, he learned from him, man. We had the big concert at 8th grade. You're graduated. I don't know. I played Sample Switchell in a play. He was a drunk, the town drunk. I don't know where I remember this shit from, but it's been buried a long time, so I'm going to share it with you folks. Maybe it'll help, maybe it's just amusing, I don't know. But the town drunk. And he fell in love with the barmaid or something, and I can't remember how it went, but I got a standing ovation. I actually remembered all the words, too. But all that aside, back to the thing. There was this Puerto Rican dude that moved into our group home. Was called the Roadhouse because it was next to the road. And hello, about a half mile down the road, Cascade Mountain and Porter Mountain. Half mile behind the Roadhouse was Mount Van Hovenberg, the Olympic ski trails. I was there. And I forget this stuff. Remember who you are, Simba. But I didn't like this kid. His name was Sabado Domingo. I don't know if he's still alive or not or whatever. But he was from New York City. And I wasn't prejudiced or racist or nothing. I just didn't like the motherfucker. He was just an asshole. And I didn't even like the way he talked. Had nothing to do with the color of his skin or nothing. He's just a fucking asshole, pretty much. So I fucking got a big cup of ice water from the snow and watered it down in the kitchen and then went upstairs. He's in the shower. I busted in and over the top of the shower curtain. I got him good. And then I shut the door and left. He didn't know who the fuck it was. So I'm sitting down in the living room reading some rock climbing book because the one house parent, Pete there, he was a rock climber, professional, and his wife, she had a gigantic loom right there in the one room before you go into the kitchen to eat. And she would make blankets out of all the wool from the sheep, because they were sheep herders or whatever. But all that aside, he comes down and says, "Whoever did that to me, I hope their mother dies." I got up and punched him right in the face. I was terrible when I was younger. I don't know. And I'm not patting myself on the back and breaking my arm, but I don't know. I was a pretty angry child or something, or very energetic, or just adventurous. Oh, let's see what happens if I punch this guy in the face. Scientific experiment. Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. I'll be back. Okay. I'm back. So, okay. At lunchtime and breakfast and supper, we all gathered in this big hall. Oh, no, I already told you that story. And the table seating would rotate. One day, if you were at the end, you would have to go up to the counter from Beatrice and get the potatoes and everything, all this good stuff to eat and all this. Wow, we pigged out up there. And then the next day, whoever was sitting, it rotated to make it fair. But all that aside, Sabado Domingo. Well, me and him, I busted him in the face pretty good a few times. We were tumbling around, and it got broken up, and we're supposed to shake hands and this and that. Man, I was like, this dude don't belong here. This is my world. You don't belong here. He just, there was something about him, yeah. But all that aside, a couple days later, he got a couple toadies on the payroll or whatever the fuck he was doing. And it was dark, and they cornered me off next to the Quonset hut. There was 3 of them. Well, I got my lumps that day. I'd give it hell, but I got my lumps. I was so bruised up, I was giving it hell. I mean, I was pretty athletic and energetic back in the day. I even fought the art teacher one day, right out in the yard. Everybody's looking at right, and I was like, "Yeah, man, let's get busy." He was like a monkey wrestler style, though. He dropped me, he dropped me good. And he helped me back up, and he says, "Now, Eric, we didn't have to go there," because I thought he was queer. So I was like, I lunged at him. I was like, "Dude." I didn't say dude, like, Buffalo dude. I just said, "Hey." 'Cause I don't know. He was another one I had, but he was a master painter. So, who gives a fuck? But anyway, I got my lumps, and we'd go to the mess hall, whatever. It was all the raw wood painted and stained, or, shellacked, and it was a fucking beautiful, beautiful school. I recommend it to any of you folks that can afford it. Northwood, or North Country School, Lake Placid, New York. You can Google it. It's amazing. But all that aside, the headmaster came up, and Roger Loud, I had my way with his daughter. He doesn't know that. We went night walking one night, and they had hashish and wine and shit, and me and me and Jonah was down there. He lived in the Roadhouse too, a couple doors down, and they told us, "Come on down tonight, we're gonna party." I was like, "What? What's a party?" But anyway, Roger Loud comes up to me, he says, "What happened to you?" I said, "Oh, nothing." That's where I learned. I learned that people respect honest people. And people respect people that don't rat. Because if you're a rat, my cats will get you. I don't know where I come up with that. It was totally out of the blue. I'm sitting here. It's 10 degrees. It's probably 20 degrees in this trailer right now. Hopefully, I believe they're going to turn the gas on tomorrow. But it is bitter. I'm good, though. I got my suit. Shit, I'm 14 layers. My favorite hat. Well, one of my favorite hats. But all that aside, I'm bored shitless. I figured I'd send you a story about Sábado Domingo from North Country Adirondacks. Actually, he was from Brooklyn. He was a real asshole. I didn't like his fucking attitude. And he didn't belong there. I met a lot of famous people. I don't know if anybody remembers the White Shadow basketball coach show that he was teaching all the black kids in the ghetto how to play ball and be teamwork and all this bullshit. Well, I dated his daughter, Cricket. True story. Aaron Hagar was a little guy, and everybody used to pick on him. And I put him under my wing, and I looked out for him. And guess whose son that was? Sammy Hagar. And yes, I shook Sammy Hagar's hand, and his wife is real fucking tall. He's just a little short dude. Yes. I should have got an autograph. Be probably famous by now. In the 1984, 85, something. That would have been, I don't know, who knows. Oh, and the White Shadow was the show where that dude was teaching the black kids ball. I asked him, I said, hey, can you really slam dunk? Because I don't think you can. He tried, he couldn't. The dude was like fucking 8 feet tall. He couldn't slam dunk the ball. I've skied with a gold medal Nordic skier, the cross-country skier, Olympic champion. I believe it was Tim Koch. And the silver champion from the Olympics, I skied with both of them. Cross-country skied, and I was 11th place out of all the 10th graders in the Empire State Games. They gave us blue and yellow suits and a hat to go with it. It was like we were on an Olympic team. I think it was a 15 kilometer. I might even stopped halfway. I had a cigarette. But I still came in 11th place out of all the 10th graders in New York State. Mount Van Hoevenberg. Woo! Lake Placid, New York. Woo! Oh, this is going to be a long one, folks. And then I got transferred to the secondary school, which was North Woods, which was on the road, backed up on the road to around Lake Placid. And I would ski across the lake with my backpack at nighttime. We had dormitories, the guys' dormitories and the girls' dormitories were up on top of the hill, just a little ways. I snuck up there quite a bit. Come on up, Eric. We're gonna have some drinks. I like you. I'm with you. But all that aside, I skied across the thing with my backpack, stashed my skis, and people would put their wine and beer up on the thing. Actually, my buddy would meet me over there. I don't know how he got there. I skied across the lake, but he walked or something. And we'd load up, get back to the dormitory, and get paid. Because because they were like up there, so I had to climb on the shoulders and get up there and pass the shit down. Oh, fuck. Never had money for anything up there. So I'd get a couple, nickels or something, and I'd go into the hotels where the registration is, and they had a cigarette machine there. It was only like 75 cents or something, 80 cents. Throw the change in there, and I'd go up to the lady, and I'd say, "Excuse me, miss. This machine ain't working. Can you check it for me? I was trying to get a pack of smokes." I did that to every hotel in Lake Placid, and they got me free pack of smokes every time. Then I made friends with a bunch of townies in there and stuff, and was starting to go to their parties because at nighttime you weren't supposed to leave the dormitory. And I remember the one night they dared me. A few of the buddies in the dormitory dared me. They thought I was scared. They said, "Wait till Chief," who was a big Indian guy, come and check at each door, check the time checker and make sure there's no fires and shit. And he had a truck. And it was snowing. And I was going up to the girls' dorm anyway because I had a couple of appointments. So I sneak out there. He was looking over at something over there, and I run up there real quiet. And I latched onto the bumper, and he towed me all the way up to the main school building and the cafeteria and the girls' dorm and the senior smoke room. And I made a few bucks that day. I said, "Oh, yeah, well, all right." I didn't even have any money to bet. If I lost the bet, I would have been beat up or something. Oh, shit. I climbed 23 46er mountains. They call them 46ers. They're 4,600 feet or higher, or something, to a level of 5,000 or something. Climbed 23 of them, and Cascade Mountain I probably climbed 15 times. That was right down the road from the school. Me and the ski team, we'd take our roller skis for cross-country training, and we'd ski down to Cascade and pack up our stuff and climb that motherfucker. About an hour and a half, we were at the top. Bam! And then you get down as fast as you can. Then we got a rollerblade back. Yeah, it was good shit up there. I don't know why I'm reminiscing so much. I don't know. They say I don't know, what is it, when you're dying, your life goes through your mind or something. That's not how it goes, but your whole life flashes before your mind. Something like that. With all that aside, I'm getting long-winded. Let y'all go. Peace be with you and yours. God bless. In Jesus' name, and safe travels. Amen.